Whoop whoop.
Being live streamed. Got it.
Yeah.
There we go. Yes. Well done.
Oh, right. We gotta look up here.
Yeah. We know how this works. All right.
Hello. Welcome to Fearless Friday. I'm Vanessa Leung. I am a trailblazer from the Coquitlam Happy Healthy Women branch. And today I have the honor of introducing and interviewing Janice Brown, who is also from the Coquitlam Happy Healthy Women branch. Hello, Janice.
Hi, how are you?
And how fun is this that we get to hang out together?
We get to do it in person, and we're not in Coquitlam, which is even...
Where are we right now?
We're in Kitchener, Ontario. Vanessa is here. She's visiting family and friends, and so she stopped in, and we get to do this live together for the first time, maybe ever? Yeah. At least for us, it's forever. So let's do this. It's Fearless Friday.
So we're gonna really kind of like, for those of you who don't know what Fearless Friday is, it's really just to get to know the Happy Healthy Women community. We get to, as trailblazers, really be able to kind of share our brilliance in the community. And we invite you to come out to our next chapter gathering. Look, I mean, even like the beauty about Happy Healthy Women is that it's across Canada. So there's plenty of different meetups that you can join us in. And it's really about like having a sisterhood of entrepreneurs, fellow entrepreneurs that we get to
inspire and be inspired by, really.
Yeah,
truly is what it is. It's incredible.
Yes. So we welcome you. We want you to come out and get to meet us. And with Fearless Friday, this is a way for us to kind of share a little bit about who we are as a group, and hopefully spark interest for you to come out and join us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's get to know Janice a little bit more. So Janice, please tell us a little bit more about how you share your brilliance in this world.
So my brilliance is really helping connect the mind body. So I run an online yoga platform called Flow and Go Yoga, and it's really about taking the pretentiousness out of yoga and bringing in that mind body connection to help it be functional and practical, so that you're moving through your day on or off the mat with confidence, feeling good in your body, and you're also freeing up all the energy from any aches and pains you're working out, so that you have that energy to create, to bring to your clients, or to bring to yourself, or to bring to your family. So it's everything I teach on the mat is something that you can take with you off the mat. And my job and my passion is to make it easy and approachable. So it's all 20-minute sessions. The instruction is all about how you feel. And I love tuning you into that, because that's how most of us operate. We often operate by our intuition, but we sometimes ignore it. So this is a really good way to drop in and move the body for the physical benefits, get the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual benefits as well. So making it easy, making it practical, no matter what level you're starting at.
Yeah, and that's the key thing, is like making it easy and practical. And I have to say, I am a member of Flow and Go Yoga, and it has completely changed my life. Like, as an entrepreneur, like, it is very easy for us to get into the mode of just work, and sitting in our chair in front of the computer nonstop until someone knocks at our door and says, okay, time for dinner, time to take your eyes off of the computer, right?
Yes.
For those of you who can relate, share in the comments. At this time, we can't see the comments right now, but we'll definitely come back to it and be able to respond to you guys. But this has made a huge difference for me. Like when, so Janice and I had known each other even before she had started Flow and Go. So it's been so much fun to watch her progress and watch Flow and Go just flourish. And and so when she had told me about this concept of like 20-minute yoga, I was like, oh my God, she has no idea what she just landed on. It's like brilliant. And I was like, yeah, that's what I will sign up for, 20-minute yoga, because for me, I just love the convenience of being able to stop what I'm doing and then just like pull up my yoga mat and just jump on and follow.
And we have, the reason it works is because you deserve to feel good without compromise. Like, we are busy, we're passionate people. You shouldn't have to sacrifice your health, your well-being, anything. You should get to have it all, and you do get to have it all. So with Flow and Go, We are live anywhere from 12 to 20 times a week. I've got 3 other instructors right now. And then there's a video catalog. So it's a monthly subscription, and there's a catalog with just over 600 videos now for anything you need, whether you're dealing with grief or whether you want a little bit more of a workout, or whether you're just like, I went hiking yesterday, this one over here, and I really need to stretch out the calves. There's a calf specific flow. And the best thing is if you ever have questions about if you're doing something right, or if you're like, oh man, I've got this busy week coming up, I could really use something for like tension, because that's where I carry it all on my shoulders, then you just shoot me a message and we work it into the next week's flow so that you are covered. And that's, I think personally, how yoga should work. So redefining it so that it works for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Just beautiful.
Yeah, and that's what I really appreciate about it. And like Janice was saying, it's really about dropping into the body, and I'm all about creating relationships with yourself, right? It's all about kind of learning about your body. And what I love about Janice's approach is that she talks you through the process. And for someone who's consistently in her head a lot of the time, right?
Which so many people are.
Yes, exactly, right? Like the monkey brain, it is a thing, right? Like we can all relate. What I love about it is that, you talk us through it, and I'm able to get out of my head and really kind of listen to Janice. And I just love her quirkiness, like in between the sessions,
I keep it real.
too, right?
I keep it real.
Like she'll start humming and singing a song, and or she'll just be like, oh, and give yourself a little hug at the moment, and
oh yeah,
all these little subtle reminders are so key.
Well, I like to work in the mindset component too, right? So it's acknowledging our accomplishments, congratulate yourself for showing up on the mat, for moving. Whether or not you felt really ambitious with your practice, or whether or not you were just kind of like, oh, I can show up and do my best, you're still showing up, you're still choosing yourself. And I think for a lot of us, particularly female entrepreneurs, choosing ourselves often comes last. And I think that's part of the programming that we've all been through of, you're here to support a family and to support everyone else, and you come last. And I think what makes Flow and Go so manageable for a lot of people is you're choosing yourself for 20 minutes. And that has compound benefits, right? Just that little bit adds up all the time. You're starting to feel better. Now you have more energy to show up. Now you're not as tired. Now you're losing weight. Like everything starts to just start flowing in your favor, which is great because it's 20 minutes.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like giving yourself a little break too, and it makes it easy, because it's like, for my brain sometimes it's like, oh, it's such an effort to put on my shoes and go outside for a walk. But here it's like, I can still stay in my office, pull out the mat and connect. And like you said, Janice, like after I do it for myself, it feels so rewarding, because it's like, oh, I said yes to myself in that moment.
Yeah.
And I was able to kind of disconnect, and then I can show it, because I'm a coach, right? And so I can show up for my next client that much more refreshed and that much more like in my body and
clear in the head
and fully in service for them. So I think it's been such a beautiful gift.
Oh, I love you. Thank you so much.
No, it has been.
I will take that compliment.
Yeah. So let us know, like, kind of how the system works, and how does one sign up?
How do we find out?
Yes.
So you go to flowandgoyoga.com, which we'll link this information below, of course. And you simply sign up. There's a couple of quick questions, your email, you do put in your credit card, but you get 30 days free to try it. Yeah. And like I said, we're here to support you. So if you need those gentle nudges, every couple of days to say, hey, get on your mat, I will happily text you and say, hey, just a gentle reminder, you're doing awesome, but let's hop on the mat today. And as soon as you sign up, you get the 30 days free. You get access to the live flows. You get access to the video catalog as well for the full membership. And then, of course, if you want to scale back, if you think, well, just the catalog works for me, then you can scale down to like a lower tier. But I always recommend you start with the full thing, and then you get the best of both worlds, and it's free for 30 days. So
love it.
Dive on in.
Love it. So I have the full thing. And what I love about that experience is I get to show up live with Janice.
Oh, yes.
Right. And the thing is, what I do with integrating this into my work days is like, I will look at the beginning of the at the week and just be like, okay, just matching my schedule with the live calls or with the live sessions. And so I'm like, yay, I get to show up live, and it's, there's something about even, you know, even doing this through the screen, showing up live.
Showing up live. We do it together. And that's the thing. I want to keep it real, and I want to keep it approachable for everyone and manageable. Like, there are modifications in every flow. If you can't do this, here's an option that you can do, you know, because I want it to be real. I want you to know that I'm on this journey with you. All of our instructors are, and we're moving as well, and we're not perfect. And that's the joy of it. So many people think yoga is like the perfect pose. And you will hear me say, you've probably heard me say this so many times, you're going for a feeling. You're never going for the pose. You're going for how it feels. And that's what I cue. So I'll never tell you like, let's do warrior two. And you'd be like, what is this? It's, let's do warrior two. We're going to plant our feet here. We're going to press down. We're going to engage our legs this way, squeeze the sit bones so you can feel it. And that, I think, is where the difference comes in.
Yeah.
So
and
that you know.
The breath.
Oh, and then the breathing.
Yeah. Right. Like, and that's where I just love how you show up. Because I've done yoga before in the studio and all that. And it's like, okay, follow the moves, follow everything. And it's like, in my head, I'm always thinking like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right?
That's where you start looking around at everybody else going, what are they doing? Like,
right?
Like, am I doing this right? Yeah.
But the beauty of this is like, you get to do this in your private home, in your own space. But at the same time, the way that Janice guides you, it's like a huge like hug, and you learn how to truly accept yourself as you are where you're at. And there is no like, oh, am I doing this right? It's just wherever you're at is the right place you're going to be at. And there's so much self-compassion that comes with it. And I've learned so much, even just on the mat with Janice and with her colleagues, to be able to kind of be like, hey, this is just where I'm at today, and that's fine. And I could still show up and do something physical for myself. And it doesn't have to take a lot of effort. So that's truly what I love about it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I love that. I was going to ask, but what do you take away from Flow and Go? Because you have done it you've done it for over a year now, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's been that long.
It's ever since you started.
I launched it, yes. Oh, yeah. Wow, it's been that long. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think my biggest takeaway is just being able to give myself that break in between, because for me, I have a full schedule, and then being able to say, oh, I actually have time for this. I'm actually going to make time for this. Yeah. It has taught me to give that space. And then also with another piece I want to share as well, with the catalog, the beauty of it, like when my schedule doesn't align with the live sessions, this is where I can then proactively, right, like make a decision for myself ahead of time to say, hey, I'm actually going to do yoga on Friday, and I'm going to still allot a time for myself and pick something from the catalog.
Yeah.
And the beauty is like, yeah, you get to choose, okay, today I'm going to work on lower back. I'm kind of feeling like a little achy here. And she's got like a bunch of different videos for that.
Yep.
Right.
We have, some more workout ones. We have the gentle ones. Mm-hmm. And then you have anything from specific body parts. So legs, hips, pelvis. A lot of people need pelvis, which is great. I think I made a reference in that one too.
Okay, so something that just came out. Oh, no, finish what you were saying.
I think you were the one person who messaged me after the pelvis one and said, hey, that one's really good for sexy time. So.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's right.
Literally, there's yoga for everything, which is great.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
But what I was going to say was, I just totally lost it.
Oh no, it'll come back to you.
It'll come back to me. I was like, now I'm like thinking about talking about sex, and I'm like,
sexy time.
Sexy time. My head went there right now. No, but well, anyways, it doesn't matter. I think right now, all I want to say is that just being able to connect with your body has been so valuable, right? Like just being able to create that space and time. It's really 20 minutes is all you need, right?
Yeah.
And so, but because it is Fearless Friday, I do want to ask, right? Like, what does fearlessness mean to you, Janice?
Fearlessness to me, oh, that's a great question, and I love it because I'm gonna ask you that back anyhow. So fearless to me means having the confidence to show up even when you aren't confident, knowing that you will figure it out, knowing that you will handle it with as much grace as you can, and just daring to be different, and not even different, but daring to be your authentic self.
Yes.
Regardless of what is going on around you. So
Love it.
owning your flow.
Yeah.
Say it like that.
Ooh, so aligned.
So aligned. What does it mean to you?
For me, fearlessness is all about, yeah, like no matter, it's kind of like feel the fear and do it anyways.
Yes.
So for me, it's really not about being without fear, but having the fear and knowing that you can work through it. I think that's the empowering feeling. And really, to me, fearlessness is like self-mastery, and self-mastery is really knowing yourself and allowing, similar to what you're saying, allowing yourself to show up as your authentic self, and just being, right? Just being who you are.
And I love that you worded it like that, because that is actually one of the biggest takeaways I learned from my experience with yoga personally, is I didn't realize that so many different things could coexist within me at the same time. So I remember coming back to Warrior 2, it was the first time I ever felt so strong, like just so profoundly finding my strength, and also right at my edge, like I was going to crumble. And I was totally calm about it. It was the first time that I was like, these opposite things can coexist inside of me, and it's okay. And I still feel safe, and I still feel in control. So if yoga has taught me anything, it has taught me to be fearless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so good.
There you go.
Now that you brought that up, what is your favorite position, yoga position, and why?
That changes every like 2 days. Oh, my favorite one. My favorite one right now. I really love. It's a seated wide-legged kind of side bend. So what I love.
Can you show us?
I don't know if I can. You would have to scooch. Okay. So yeah, if you scooch over. So this is, I should have picked a different pose. But if you're sitting, I love helping people get the most out of yoga. Like, you're showing up for 20 minutes, you deserve to get the most out of it. So it'll be cueing things like feet are going to be up towards the sky. And if you can't do this, don't worry, you can sit on a cushion or a blanket, and that's going to bring your hips up so that you can do this. But it's simple little things like, if I take my left hand to the inside of my left leg and then tuck the thumb underneath and then reach over, I've got my arm that I can kind of help brace myself a little bit so I can turn towards the sky and open the shoulders. And now I'm getting a really good stretch through both sides of my body, and I'm opening the shoulders. So, and I've got my legs, my hips are open. So it's really about those little tiny cues. Even the other day, I was speaking with a Happy Healthy Women member, and she's lovely. If you know who you are, I love you. But even just standing alignment, things that you don't necessarily get in most yoga classes, of how to stand and how to get the most out of it, and how to really target that space that you're stretching. So like your hips, your piriformis, if you draw the navel in and up, I'll sit forward for this one. If you're stretching, so your ankle over your knee, I can round through like this, and that's fine. I feel a stretch on the outside of my right hip. But if I lengthen, draw my navel in and up, and lift my heart and relax my shoulders, now when I come forward, that's about as far as I can stretch. And I'm really deep into my hip now. So it makes a big difference, the cueing and the quality of the instruction that you're getting, to help you get the most out of each class.
Yeah, I found that so useful, because it's like all about like tuning into the little parts of, like the parts that you actually forget about sometimes.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
And then that's what I love about the cues, is that it helps me remember, oh yeah, my back isn't just my back. There's like little nuances in my back that I gotta pay attention to. Yeah. Right. So
from your low back to your pelvis to your pelvic floor, it's everything's connected. So if you can get the most out of it, and then using your breath on top of that to always breathe, but it's gonna help you kind of get the most out of it, and it's gonna help carve out those little spaces. So you don't actually have to try, you don't have to work hard. You can just find your pose and then breathe. And just by breathing, you're naturally going to lean into it more. Your body's going to trust and just relax into it. And you're going to find that stretch. And then you're going to be able to build some strength, and you're going to start to feel good, and your energy is going to go through the roof. And then look out, world, because there's no stopping you at all.
Yeah, no, it's so good. And then that's another thing is like, you could just be doing one pose and you could receive so much in like 20 minutes if you were just to focus on like breathing in that one pose. Like, yeah, it's more than enough.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't even have to know anything else, right? Yeah, just
find yourself on the mat and breathe and let the rest unfold.
I would have to say my favorite position.
Eagle?
I can't really do it right now. I've got my tight little jean jacket, but
through the shoulders.
Through the shoulders.
And then if you lift the elbows.
And then lifting.
Nice big stretch.
I gotta breathe.
You can do this at home, just so everyone knows. You can absolutely do it with us. But you can inhale to lift the shoulders or the elbows.
And then like doing it with the cross too. It's
absolutely.
Just like, I don't know what maybe it's like crossing the right and left hemisphere.
There you go. Ooh,
right?
yes.
Like intertwining them. I was like, okay, I think that's probably why I love this.
And for those people who just saw that and were like, there's no way my arms are doing the double cross, it's a shoulder stretch. So really your first bus stop is to give yourself a big hug, and you're just going to open the shoulders. So let your shoulder blades roll kind of around to the front. And then once your elbows cross, you'll start to stack, you'll start to bring the backs of the hands towards each other. So no matter where you're starting, there's something for you. We're focused on the feeling, not the pose.
Yes.
Like always.
That's probably why I like this position too. It's like giving yourself a little
It is like giving yourself a nice little hug. There's sometimes you just need one. So
I'm curious to know, like, what's your favorite position? If you're watching this, put it in the comments. Yeah. What's your favorite
yoga pose?
Or yoga
pose. Or maybe your most challenging. Which one do you not love? Mm-hmm. Which one do you find difficult?
Yeah. And then maybe Janice can
and then I'll respond and I'll help you out with some tips.
Yeah.
To make it easier.
And that's another piece of what Janice provides is like, if you are really getting stuck with feeling uncomfortable, struggling with a part of your body, like you could just give Janice a message. And she'll take care of you. She'll tell you kind of like what you can do to help yourself.
I'll respond, and if you need more than that, then I'm happy to hop on a video call, and that's all included in the subscription, because like I said, you deserve to feel supported and you deserve to enjoy the experience. If you're choosing yourself, you should get the most out of that.
Yes.
It's a good practice to have.
It is, definitely. So I invite all of you to come and flow and go with us. And what's the message that you want to leave the collective today?
Just to choose yourself. You're doing amazing. You're doing wonderful. Choose yourself, whether it's for 20 minutes or for 5 minutes. You've got to start somewhere, but everything you're doing starts with you. So
love that.
Choose yourself. Choose you.
Everything you're doing starts with you.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we connect with you?
flowandgoyoga.com is the website. Yeah, become besties with me. And then you too can sit on my couch and chat, which you're always welcome to do. So for Happy Healthy Women, there is a Tuesday class at noon Eastern and 9 a.m. Pacific. Mm-hmm. So you can hop on that one. It's free for Flow and Go members. It's discounted for wellpreneurs and trailblazers, and it's $8 for anyone else. And you can check out flowandgoyoga.com to sign up. If you have any health concerns, there's a place you can put in a little bit of information so that I can make sure you flow safely and well. And Instagram at Flow and Go Yoga, Twitter, Flow and Go Yoga, and there's a Facebook group as well, which we can link to in the comments below.
Yes. So come hang out with us.
Come have some fun on the mat with us. Yes. We keep it pretty chill. Alrighty, thank you, sweetie. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.